What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the JBest Blast YouTube channel. We are in Bandit country this time. It's Formula 4 at Watkins Glen. We shanked both our qualifying laps, so we're starting P20 in the number 5 car, and straight out the gate, the number 10 car is looking towards the inside. We're 3 wide, set up for turn 1. They don't call F4 Bandit country for nothing. I tell you what. Again, 3 wide straight through the entire corner, and everybody's just a little bit timid, so we're going to full throttle and get through, 3 or 4 cars there. Never like to see a Formula 1 livery in F4. That definitely spells trouble, but this 20 car going to take the outside line here, loses run, and we're going to keep the draft of the cars. Head down into the bus stop. Red number 19 wants none of it, and look at all this carnage. Dead cars all over the side of the track at the bus stop. Lots of whining on the radio. There's going to be plenty of it. And look at that, up into 11th place after the bus stop, down into turn 6. Another spot where we like to see a lot of tire lockups. Still adjudicating over the voice chat. Now that we've got ourselves a little bit of space, we're going to try to close this gap to the 9 car. Everybody's filed in, single file up ahead.
My bad.
No, that's not enough, bro. You just ruined my race.
Gotta love when the number 25 car of a 25 car split is the most vocal on the radio. Small bobble for the 3 car gaggle up ahead. That's 721 and the number 9. Gonna close that gap a little more, get us within draft range. Last 2 corners on the track. Back onto the start finish for lap 1 in the books, 20th to 11th. That's a great improvement for 1 lap, but I think there's still a few more positions to be had here.
If you think you get all the places
Number 9 car, our next target. We're definitely within draft range, but everybody's single file. Everybody's in draft range, so we'll see how it shakes out. Keep an eye on that number 10 car behind us as well. He's falling behind the 19. But that number 10 is definitely going to be a player here. Car ahead going to pull out to the outside. 21 going for the defensive line at the bus stop over the curb, and he's going to hold on to it. But that's going to bring both of them back into my attack range. See a Red Bull car wide at the carousel. That's going to work wonders for slowing the pack down. A little lockup from the 21 to the outside. 9 car gets the move done. Let's see if we can capitalize on the 21's mistake here. Straight to the inside. The patented JBest Blast dive bomb line. I love moving to the inside and then not actually making a move work. But in F4, I never want to have overlap in the braking zone. You gotta leave yourself a little bubble here. Down into the braking zone of turn 8. I would say that's the hardest corner on the track, but we gain a lot of position on the 21, setting up the move into 9 up the hill. Not quite close enough. That compromised entry really hurt our exit. 9 and 21 are gonna run away with it just a little bit. 9 car's trying to close the gap to the rest of the gaggle there. Get a good run out of the last corner of turn 11. Everybody's trying to set up moves here. Check this out. To the inside. 21 is going to outbrake himself. Maybe get a tire on the 9. Not too sure. Go off track. Go super wide. And we're going to take it. But look at this. The space is going to stay open. We're going to force our nose in on the S's. Side by side through the left-hander and through the right. We've got the inside line and the run. The momentum really makes a difference up the S's here. Still not clear. We've got the inside line in the bus stop. Cutting it super close to that guardrail on the right side, but we make the move stick into the carousel. Now the number 7 is our next target. Look at that 3-car gaggle. They're going to be slowing each other down. They're going to come right back into our attack range. Yeah, take a look at that mirror. We're just about pulling away from the 9 car through that long turn 6 into 7, the uphill toe. Keep the car nice and tight on that apex curb and track out to the outside up the hill. Now we're just outside of the draft range. These little F4 cars are super draft dependent. They've got almost no horsepower, but you really don't have to brake for any of the corners. The minimum apex speed is so fast in this series, and I think that's what spurs a lot of the banditry. Little bobble on that curb exiting turn 10. It's an easy place to upset the car, but we keep it rolling. Red Bull car all the way to the defensive line for turn 1. He's going to go back to the racing line. This 3-car gaggle fighting is going to bring them all together. Look at that. 8 and the 7 get together. That green car just maintains a position. Now single file all the way up the S's once again. We're going to be focusing on our racing line so that we can close this gap and hopefully get a few more positions. Lap 4 out of 9. These are only 15-minute races. Again, that's where the banditry comes from. Everybody in the Formula 4 series is super aggressive because there's just no time to make any moves. Oh, and look at the mirror. The 10 car gets a great run out of the bus stop, just about touches our rear end going into the carousel there, but we hold on to the position. And look at this 3-car gaggle getting closer and closer. I see 2 Red Bulls in here.
That was 4X.
17 car on the radio leading this gaggle. He's seems like he's the cork in the bottle here. 7, 8, 5, and 10 all behind him looking to steal that position. The V car, the number 8 car, is going to get a little impatient. Try to set up a dive bomb into turn 8. Not really the place to do it. He backs off, settles into line behind the 7 once again. A little bit of oversteer through the apex of 9. I think that tight entry is hurting my apex just a little bit there, so we'll see how we can adapt to that in the coming laps. Now, 4 tenths, 3 tenths to the 8 car ahead. Getting closer and closer. 1 second separates these 5 positions, actually. Through turn 1, we get a great run. All the way up the hill through the S's. 8 car ahead has a small run, but he's looking to capitalize. Going left, looking right. Not quite sure where to put it. Look at this. We're going to fan out 3 wide. An aggressive move from the green 7 car. Who's going to take it? Take a look at the left side. That 17 car breaks super early on the racing line. And he's going to lose 4 positions just by being a little bit cautious in that bus stop. Incredible. The banditry of F4 never ceases to amaze me. That was a hell of a dive bomb from myself and a bit from the 10 car behind as well. We were all trying to capitalize on the 17, trying to just have an ounce of self-preservation. There's no room for self-preservation in the Formula 4 series here on iRacing. But once again, 7, 8, 5, and 10. We're all fighting for 6th place right now. Get back in line. Everybody's in draft range. Little bobble on the brakes from the car ahead. We're going to close the gap super intensely into turn 9. A little bit of oversteer on the way out. We're pushing real hard, getting those tires super hot. Last couple corners here to close out lap 5. Take a look in the mirror. That 10 car, he's getting real aggressive, setting up his runs very well. We've got to make sure that we can pass and not be passed. Setting up the defensive line. I see the 10 car trying to set something up in turn 1. We'll take the 1X on the exit just to preserve the run. But look at this. We're going to do the same move on the number 8 car. The space is there. We're going to keep the run. 10 cars looking high, looking low. Not sure where to put it. There's two cars. He wants to throw it 3 wide, but he's just not crazy enough. But he is crazy enough to bump us. Look at that. Bump drafted in Formula 4. Never thought I'd see it. Super aggressive into the bus stop. Super close to the guardrail there. We make it out alive. 5th gear through the carousel. Carrying that speed. We got the position on the 8 car. 10 is going to follow me through. He has been on my rear wing this entire race. Super aggressive. Everybody's keeping the pressure on in these Formula 4 races. But again, the focus is that green number 7 car ahead of us. Up into 7th place right now. Again, we started 20th. So great result so far. Let's see if we can keep it rolling. Hard on the brakes into turn 8. That downhill run really hurts the tires. A little micro lockup on the outside. Through 9 once again, getting a little upset on the curb. We can really see I'm pushing real hard here. Not giving those tires any rest. Round in the final corner to finish out lap 6. 7 car sees me in his mirrors. He's thinking about running the defensive line, thinks better of it. Both going to take the racing line into turn 1. Try to maintain as much momentum as possible. Car ahead and behind likely got the off track there. Running over that exit curb. You can definitely hold on to your momentum, but it's a little risky. But the draft is helping us out a ton. 7 car is going to think right side, no left side. He's going to take the racing line. 10 car is going to stick his nose and make it 3 wide into the bus stop. He backs out, almost clip the guardrail there. But we all hold station, hold position, get back into line, live to fight another day. I'm watching the clock here, just a couple minutes to go. 10 cars still trying to set up a move. I'm holding on to the inside. I know that downhill run of turn 6 is a tough place to pass around the outside.
Did we touch?
Up into turn 7. I'm setting up the defensive line because I can see that the 10 car is really rearing to go. He wants to make this move on me. We still have overlap. Spotter is calling it. I've got the draft from the 7 car ahead. Hard on the brakes into 8. We just outbrake the 10 car and almost outbrake ourselves. We wash a little bit wide at the center. Side by side with the 10 car once again. Incident ahead. We're going to see the 14 car stopped in the middle of the track. We just clip him with the right rear. Get away with it. Spotter calls no damage, so we're going to live to fight another day. And that freebie is going to put us into 6th place. But the goal is still clear. It's still that 7 car right up ahead. 3/10 ahead. He's thinking about the defensive line, trying to break the draft, do that 8500 weave. Not going to be enough. Through turn 1, we get a good run out. I've been trying to keep it below the paint that whole way, and that really seems to keep you in draft range without upsetting the car. Look at this momentum right up to the 7 car. We're going to go high. Take that left side, try to block the 10 car from sticking his nose 3 wide. A little contact call. No harm, no foul. 10 car still going to try to go around the outside with me. Hard on the brakes on the outside line. We were able to go super deep on the brakes and get that position from the 7 car. Make it stick through the carousel. 10 car was also trying to follow me through there, but couldn't quite make it stick. Let's see if he can do it in the downhill of turn 6. Deep on the brakes for the 7, watching the mirror this time. And that's going to let the 10 car walk on through the inside. Up into turn 7. I am just full focus forward. We're watching that 6 car up ahead. I'm seeing some lap traffic on the relative. We just want to hold station. P5 in the 5 car. That's where we want to be. Couple more corners here for the penultimate lap. 1.6 seconds to the car ahead. Another incident ahead with that lapped car. We're going to take that freebie from the 6 car up into P4. Lap traffic is not doing anybody any favors here, except me, I guess. Through the final corner. Barney's going to get that white flag out. One more lap to go. All the way up into P4. 4/10 to the 10 car behind. So we definitely have some pressure on. And take a look in the mirror here. We're going to see some remnants of some incidents here. So, you know what? Just focus forward. Just me and the 10 car. Straight fight. It's a 5-second gap to the podium. Starting in the back was a bit too much of a hurdle to overcome. But the 10 car is going to try the high side through the S's. Gets that overlap into the bus stop. On that inside line, we're going to brake super late. Got to be super brave here. And that works out. 10 car doesn't want to do the side-by-side through the bus stop. I think I scared him there. He wants to live to fight another day. He also started right behind me, I think 21st. So we're both plus 16 positions as it sits. Excellent result for the banditry of Formula 4. Through the apex of turn 7, I'm checking out my mirror. I noticed that the 10 car is getting closer and closer. He's got my draft for this short shoot between turn 7 and 8. Gonna aggressively go to the bottom, but go back and take my braking marker. He got a little bit of overlap there, but I was able to outbrake him by taking that, going back to the racing line. Through turn 9 once more. A little bit loose. Those rear tires are singing in pain. 2 corners to go. I know I've just about got this in the bag. 10 car is going to stick his nose in for the last corner, but there's just not enough overlap to make that work. He just about backs out to not kill us. And look at that, across the line. P4 started 20th. Excellent race, super fun, full of action. So much whining on the radio. When that many people have their feelings hurt, you know it was a good one. Let's take a look at some results. A huge iRating gain, plus 58. A little bit of a safety rating hit with that 6X. We clipped that one spun car and got 2 off tracks at turn 1. So, all in all, a great result, a great race. If you had fun and you want to see more, please consider subscribing to the channel. Hit that like button, drop a comment down below, let me know what you're thinking. And if you want to catch these races live, stop by twitch.tv/JBassBlast. Most Tuesday and Thursday nights, we're racing all kinds of things. Thanks, everybody. I'll catch you in the next one.